Hey, 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 what's up? How are you doing today? I hope it's a beautiful day where you are. It's beautiful and sunny outside of DC. I got a little allergies going on. I've been on vacay for almost 3 weeks. I am back home and now my body is trying to adjust to the new blooming allergies. So if you see me going like this a lot, it doesn't mean I'm lying. You know, they say when you touch your nose, you're lying. I'm not. You can hear it in my throat. There should be a sign that says, "Welcome to Maryland. If you didn't have allergies, you will now." So that's what's up with me. I'm trying to get back on schedule. While I was away, I didn't have a very good internet connection, as many of you know, or a cell phone service for that matter. So now I feel like, whew, I'm back to where I need to be. If you're tuning in and watching me, I'd love to know where you're tuning in from. And I'm so excited that you are here with me. What's up? So if you don't know who I am, my name is Erica V, and I teach entrepreneurs and sales professionals how to get this, attract what? Pre-qualified leads and turn them into clients, not customers, for life, all in a non-pushy manner, which I call the blessing method. So if you're looking for a customer, that's someone who buys from you once. A client is someone you have a relationship with. And I'm so excited to talk to you today. Oh, hey, Tanya's from North Carolina. Awesome. We're not too far apart. Well, depending on what area you're in. So great to meet you. So what I want to talk to you guys about today is the one thing that you can do like ASAP, like right now when we hang up. It's going to change your whole world. It's going to change your business. It's going to increase your income. And it's going to grow your confidence. And you're probably like, what? Seriously, Erica, you have no idea what you're talking about. What do you mean one thing? Oh, yeah. One thing, guys, I have 25 years of business and entrepreneur and sales experience. And I know for a fact that when you make a shift with this one thing, that you are going to transform your business. Now, the one thing that you need to do is action. ACTION. Back to my cheer days. Should we give me an A, give me a C, give me a T. I'm gonna keep going. You need to get into action. And I know what you're thinking. Don't be hanging up on me now. You're thinking, but I don't know how to get started. I've got all these ideas and I know what needs to be done. I just can't get myself like a math word problem from A to B. I get it. I totally understand. And I can help you with that. So don't you worry, okay? But listen, action is what you need. And that's the absolute only way that you're going to grow your confidence. The only way that you can be confident in your position, in your presentation, in speaking about money, in doing anything is by repeating it. Okay. And every time you repeat it, you're going to get a little bit better and a little bit better. But what you just have to do is start. And so many people, I don't know, tell me if I have you right. You can give me some hearts, show me some love. So you just keep buying course after course and course after course, or switching from company to company to company or position to position in hopes of hearing that magic word to help you. And all you're doing is sitting on this information, and maybe you watch a ton of videos, or maybe you do this, but you don't actually apply it. Does that sound familiar? Or am I opening up some wounds right now? Are you getting mad at me? I got a heart. We got someone who's saying I'm speaking the truth. And guys, I understand. I've been there before. But the thing is, like, I teach courses too, right? And I tell people, don't be hoarding my course. Like, you take it, you apply it, and then ask me the questions so I can help you. But what happens is, and I'm going to be honest, if you guys just take courses and just like binge watch things and you're absorbing and absorbing and absorbing, do you know what actually happens when you go to apply it? You start freaking out and you start thinking, oh my gosh, what if somebody else is going to tell me to do it a different way? Or what if I don't do it right? Or I better go watch something else. And then you never create action. And if you never create action, you're never going to have that momentum. Okay, that plane can't take off from going whoop like that. It's got to get that action. Okay, it's got to boom, 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 boom to go up and to stay up. It needs that action. Okay, you're missing your action step. And all you have to do is make a decision that you're going to show up no matter what. Okay. Now, are you a busy mama, grandma, or daddy, or grandpa, or just busy in general? Maybe you think you're busy, but in reality, you're just scrolling through looking at cute puppies. What I would say to you is if your excuse or your belief is that you don't have time to get into action, is that you need to do something called a time audit, where you take a piece of paper and don't be spending time looking for this perfect piece of paper. I mean, I could give you one, but all truthfully that you need to do is get a little notebook or a piece of paper. I don't care if it's a candy bar wrapper, okay? And all you do is from the minute you wake up, you write down everything that you do. And don't cheat yourself. Like for a diet, sometimes I won't write down that Hershey bar, okay? But it still happens. What you do is for maybe start tomorrow or start right now and do it for 24 hours and everything that you do. So let's say that from 3 o'clock to 3:30, you're here on Facebook with me. And that at 3:30 to 4:30, you go and watch TV. And at 4:30 to 5, you're in the car. And then from 5 to 6, you're cooking dinner. But from 5 to 6, when you're cooking dinner, are you truly standing over there stirring the pot? For half an hour or an hour? There's pockets of time that are called sucker uppers. It's a professional term. And they're sucking up your time. So I teach people that when you're cooking dinner, is that a time that you could do what? Send a couple text messages? Could you look at your calendar and reach back out to some people? Could you look at your tracker and see who you need to reach out to? Those are the pockets of time that successful people use, right? To what? Create action. Okay. So if you don't have any customers or potential customers to talk to, then what? You need to be focusing your time on what? Lead generating. Oh, I know, but you're worried that if you reach out to these new people, you don't know what to say. Is that correct for anyone? Let me know before I start explaining that. So number one, get out your notebook and write this down. You're going to do a time audit. If you don't know where you can fit in pockets of time to create your activity, this is gold, guys. Seriously. This is going to change your world because you need that action step in order to be successful in business. So type in the chat below, like, what do you sell or what do you teach or what is it that you do? Who is it that you are seeking? Do you have a product for weight loss and you're trying to reach people who want to look great in their bathing suit, right? Or are you reaching out to people who maybe are going back to work right now and they need some energy or they need to boost their immune system? Or do you sell wine? Do you sell cars? Or do you sell real estate or skincare? Or what do you do? Tell me in the chat. I'd love to know a little bit more about you. So creating that action step is super, super important. And listen, guys, I'm a mom of 2 children. My husband travels a lot. I cared for my mom for 3 years. I took her to 3 to 5 doctor's appointments a week. I understand about being busy, but the times that I was honest to goodness, truly busy were the times that I was most successful because it forced me to look for pockets of time. And what I did was for the times that I'm not so busy, I carried that over into my life and I sprinkle my business into my life. That way I'm able to be present for my children or for my husband or my friends, So this pockets for me worked out well. Now, maybe your brain does not work like mine. I do have 3 brain injuries and dyslexia, but I'm an out of the box problem solver thinker. And maybe we have 2 different noggins, right? So if you're like, no way, Jose, I need to know that I am going to work for 8 hours. Okay. So what will you be doing for 8 hours? Will you be shuffling papers? Will you be filing papers? Will you spend 8 hours texting people, calling people, emailing people? What exactly are you going to do? And this is where people miss the mark. So they put on their calendar, today I'm going to work. That is your action. I'm going to work. But they're not detailed enough and drilling it down enough so they're not successful, right? Okay, so if you are going to say that you are going to create action, you're going to create that momentum, woo, 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 and you're starting tomorrow, right? So what is it that you're going to do? You must have a very clear picture of what you're going to do. And I would recommend that you put this on your Google Calendar or whatever device you use. So for example, if you were saying that you're going to work for 8 hours, what is that going to look like? So from 9 to 9:30, for example, or let's just say from 9 to 10, what exactly are you going to do? Oh, I don't know. I'm just going to work. No, if you don't know what you're going to do, you're not going to do anything. Okay. You must drill it down. So as for an example, it might say something like this: from 9 to 10, I am going to contact everyone who had a birthday in the month of April and the previous month of March. So from 9 to 10, I am going to contact April and March birthdays. Okay. Now you would think that was good enough. It's not good enough. How are you contacting them? Do you have this list already? Where is this list of birthdays? Are you going to be scrolling through Facebook and looking for everyone who has a birthday in March and April? Do you have a database that has all of this information? Do you see, guys, what I'm talking about? The action must be very specific and drilled down. And when you do this, your confidence is going to grow because you know, okay, I know where this is. I'm not going to have to fiddle around my office. Okay, so contact April and March birthdays. Okay, how am I going to do this? My action is going to be, I'm going to print the list from my portal. I am going to text and I'm going to set up an email blast. There you go. Now, if you are taking my Simply Sales Tools course, you know that there's no way I'm going to sit and text all these people, right? What am I going to do? I'm going to put them on my automation. So I'm going to just, for me, I would be verifying that they are all set up on automation and that text has gone out automatically, that the email has gone out automatically, that the voicemail and the birthday card and the gift have all been on automation. So for me, you can see it takes a lot less time. But if you're not using automation, you need some way to do this. So, okay, from 9 to 10, I'm going to print out my list and I'm going to text these people, set out the email. Okay, great. So that took 1 hour. What are you going to do for the next 7 hours? Okay, so from 10 to 10:15, I'm going to take a break. I am going to have a scone and some tea. All right, great. So from 10:20 to 11:30, I am now going to look at people who purchased my product in the last 3 months, and I'm going to text them and email them reminders and to see if they are out of anything, okay? Then from 11:30 to 11:40, I am going to go take a walk. And at 11:40, do you guys see what I'm saying? You can't just say you're going to work. You have to be detailed, okay? Then from 11:40 to 12:40, I am going to be teaching I'm going to show up on Facebook and LinkedIn, I can never say it, and I'm going to teach about whatever it is you're going to teach, okay? And then maybe at 11:40 to 11:50, you get a potty break and whatever else, you need some chocolate, okay? But this is what I mean by creating action. You have to be very clear on what you are doing. And I'm pretty sure the majority of people don't think like this, okay? And I learned all this because when I had to recover from my last brain injury, I couldn't figure out how to do anything. I knew what needed to get done, but I couldn't figure out how to get to the end result. And some people have this with their ADD, ADHD. Some people have something called executive processing disorder. There's so many different things. Or some of us are just like, it's overwhelmed. So I want you to take that piece of paper, will you? And will you write down exactly what you're going to do when you work tomorrow or maybe today? Now, the other thing is, if you are going to have an event, don't just write, I'm having an event. Like I have an event I've invited all of you to on Thursday. So if I just put the event on my calendar on Thursday, that means it's out of my noggin, right? But what about today? Don't I need to send out some emails? Don't I need to send out some text messages? Don't I need to be contacting people, posting it in some groups? All of that needs to be written down on my action plan. Okay. Now, what happens when you create this action? The more you get comfortable of sending out these texts or making phone calls or sending out emails, the better you're going to get. And guess what? The less scary it becomes, the more automatic. And then you'll be like me and you'll be like, oh my gosh, did I just text 600 people in the past 2 days? And then you'll realize I need some automation. That blonde funny girl told me I needed some automation. What's her phone number? That's what I do. It was a lot to scroll and message my 600 people, my customers. So I was like, no, there's got to be a better way. And that's how my brain thinks. Does anyone else think like that? If you're like, man, this took a while, there's got to be a better way. And that's what I've done. I found a better way to do a lot of things. But it all boils down to your action. You have to do it. Okay. So you have to do it. If you want to become an expert in your field, if you want to be an expert at selling, my favorite pumpkin seeds, or an expert on selling water, or a rock expert. This is a pebble. My daughter collects rocks. If you want to be an expert, you have to show up differently, and you have to perfect what you're saying. Now, you don't want to wait until you feel like you're an expert to show up, because that won't happen. I can promise you that. What you want to do is enjoy the journey, guys. Please just enjoy the journey. Just show up. Maybe you don't feel like you're ready. Ask for grace. I do it all the time. I'll say, hey, I'm learning something new. 1 year ago today, or yesterday, as a matter of fact, I hate Zoom. Don't you know? I used to. I like it now. I hated Zoom. I was trying to do this event where we all cleared out our makeup bags and nobody could hear me. I moved upstairs next to the router. I couldn't plug into the router because the plug my husband gave me didn't fit. It was a mess. Okay. I swore off Zoom. I'm never going to do that again. Blah, 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 blah. But guess what? The world revolves around the Z word, right? Zoom. So I needed to figure it out. It turns out it was my internet connection, okay? I bought a new laptop. That wasn't the issue. It was a Verizon issue. But I kept going. And now I show other people how to use Zoom, believe that or not. But because I kept showing up with that action, like, man, I got to figure this out. Everybody else can do it. Why can't I? There's grandparents out there who never used a cell phone before who are Zooming. I can figure this out. Your attitude must change when you're doing this action, okay? So this all falls over under this umbrella. What is your attitude? Or my mom, she was from South America, went to British school. She said attitude. Whatever it is for you, it must change. And it should be an attitude of gratitude. So if you're like, oh my gosh, I got to message all these people for their birthday. Oh my gosh, I got to message all these people, see if they ran out. Oh, I got all these referrals. That's a stinking attitude, okay? No one's going to want to work with you, right? So, but if you're like, oh my gosh, I get to offer a fabulous birthday gift to my clients. Oh my gosh, I'm so grateful that they trusted me with whatever it is you sell, okay? Oh my gosh, look at all these referrals I have. People really love me. I better treat them really well. So what's your attitude? Are you like annoyed that you have to work? Or are you like, wow, this is so cool. I get to be in charge of my own time. And I posted the other day, yesterday, I believe it was, about my mom. And it was a picture of her in the hospital, right before or right after surgery. I can't even remember. And I didn't realize in the moment how blessed I was that I got to, right, take her to 3 to 5 doctor's appointments a week for 3 years, that I got to go to that hospital and I was able to take my kids, or I was able to be there for her and still run my business because I took care of people. I created that action step. Okay. So get your stuff on automation. Get your stuff going and moving, okay? If you don't know how to set up MailChimp, the email I use, or Flowdesk, or if you don't know how to do automation, if you don't know how to use a Zap or what it is, if you don't know how to get voicemails to call on your behalf and it's your voice, or you don't know how to use a text service that texts all your people at one time and they don't know, and they think it's personal from you, then sign up for my sales tools box, okay? I will help you. I will teach you. If you're like, oh my gosh, Erica, I don't even know where to start. I don't even know what I need. You know what? Chat with me for 15 minutes. I will give you free advice, okay, on your business. So all you have to do is click on my survey and I'll post below. And you just fill out the survey and you just schedule a time on my calendar and I will give you 15 minutes of my time and free business advice to kick your little patootie in gear to help you. But sometimes we just wait and we just keep waiting for the perfect day and the perfect time. And we just wait to have all this information. And I promise you, all you're doing by waiting is just wasting time. And I know that you don't think that I'm telling the truth. And I know you're like, oh, yo, Erica, I got to learn more. I got to learn more. No, you don't. Okay. Do you know what your product does? Do you know how much it costs? Okay. Do you know how they can get it? Good. Now you can go share it with somebody else. What more do you really need to know? I'm in direct sales. And when people join my team, in 24 hours, they're up and going. Okay. When I joined my team, I had never used my product before, and I did $15,000 in 3 months. No text message, no social media. I didn't know it all. I'm sure I said a lot of crazy things, and I still don't know it all. But what I do know is that my product solves a specific problem. And I bet you joined your company, or you represent your product, or you created your business because you had something that was going to help others. That's what this whole world revolves around. This plastic bottle came out of what? Necessity to have portable water. These pumpkin seeds came out because what? People wanted to enjoy them without having to roast a whole, go to the pumpkin patch, get a pumpkin, right? Scoop out the seeds. We all know it's a mess. Spread the seeds out on the tray, salt them, bake them in the oven, take them out, do all that. That's why this came out, because people didn't want to do all that, and they didn't want to wait till Halloween to be able to enjoy some yummy pumpkin seeds. So I'm sure that your problem is your product is solving some type of problem, and you might not even be thinking about it that way. Do I have any mind blown things happening right now, guys? Let me know what action you're going to do when we hang up from this video today. Get gratitude and action. That is where it's at. I promise you. There's been times in my life where I sat back and I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. And I started listening to this person and that person and this person, that person. And then it just became like all I was doing was listening to people. And I wasn't doing action. And what happened to my business? It wasn't growing because I was too busy listening to everybody. You can't do that. You have to be in action. What if McDonald's or Burger King or Wendy's was like, hey guys, we're just going to stop making some burgers for I don't know, 12 weeks because we all need to learn some more about the burgers. So just stop production and we're going to just learn. So that's not a good way to run a business. You want to learn while you earn, right? Learn while you earn. Someone drop that in the comments. Learn while you earn. So while you're listening, you're applying the knowledge, okay? So please write down what you're going to do. Be specific. Like from 9 to 10, I'm going to do this. And if there's something that you don't know, like, okay, so from 2 to 4, I need to research whatever, automation or whatever it is, and be specific on what you need to research, and only allow yourself, that 2-hour window to do that, and then go back to getting into action, and you're going to see your business transform. Listen, if I could do all this and be very successful, and I've had my 3 brain injuries because I figured it out and I realized all this is about being a business is about serving somebody else, okay? I believe I have a great product and I can serve others. And I want to be the one that they choose. I need to step up. I need to show them great customer service. And if I don't feel like working and it's their birthday, is that fair to them? No, they chose me. They're paying my light bill, right? I need to show up for them. So I hope that this is helpful. Your one thing that you need to change is your action. That's it. That's it. And if you don't know what to do, try breaking it down, doing your time audit, okay? If you need more information of how to simplify your business, I'll help you with my Simply Sales Tools box. You can scroll below and get the information. Or if you're lost and you're like, I don't know what I need to do, maybe you don't know if you should start a business or end a business or what you can do for your business, I'm so happy to chat with you. 15 minutes, we set a timer, you fill out the survey, and I'll give you tips on what you can do to transform your business. So I hope this was helpful. I can't wait to read all of your comments. And for my Business Hawk for Women group, as you saw, I've got a beautiful basket and I've got lots of goodies in there, okay? And so what I want to do is I want to reach a lot more people, a lot more women in business, okay? So they could be entrepreneurs or they're just business gals, right? So by sending them the link, don't hit the invite button, by sending them the link to join our community and they mention your name, okay? You're going to get entered. You're going to get your name on a little ticket, and my daughter Gigi is going to pull names out of a basket and we're going to give you prizes. So that's going on all week long, okay? I want to reach women who want more. who want to do more in their business. I'm in a lot of groups, and a lot of times those groups are all about selling you something, selling you something. I wanted it to be a group where there's value, where we can all learn and cheer each other on. Sometimes it can be lonely, being an entrepreneur. So I want to make sure that you have a cheerleader and that you're not lonely. I got pom-poms. Okay, I'll cheer for you. I wanted there to be a safe place that you can ask questions. So let's see how far we can reach around this beautiful world of ours and how many women that we can get into our community and just serve each other. I hope this was helpful, and I hope that you have a great day today. I'm Erica V. Bye for now.